Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we're gonna just talk about a topic that's been bothering me, and I figure if it's been bothering me, then it's probably on the mind of someone else as well. And so if you clicked on this video, just maybe it's a sign, and yeah, I hope that it's helpful. So I'm just gonna start the video. So I kept trying to make videos that were going to be perfect for people. I really feel like I want to help people, and I want to put out videos that are helpful in different ways in relation to manifestation, spirituality, just life in general. And the past few days I've been trying so hard to just make the perfect video. I kept trying to look nice for the camera and like write a script down for the video to make sure that I said everything that I want to say, and I kept re-recording it and just being like, no, that's not good enough, or I didn't mention this point. And I'm just so tired of trying to be perfect or try to portray that I am, because I'm not. And I just feel like we just constantly put so much pressure on ourselves to always be doing the right thing, to always be doing everything right, in a way that will please other people, in a way that will make us come across in a certain image to everyone. But I mean, in reality, nobody is perfect, and nobody's living a perfect life, and we all go through different things. And honestly, it would probably be a lie of me if I was to create videos and just act like, you know, I know everything, because I don't. I'm always learning, and there's a lot of topics that I want to talk about and I want to share with you guys, and I feel like I have so much knowledge on. But I just keep getting so down on myself and just stuck in a rut every time I go to share these videos, because I feel like they have to just come out a certain way, and they're not what I had envisioned. And yeah, I feel like maybe there's a message in that itself. The fact that I keep trying to make the right move. Many of you who follow spirituality, we always hear follow your intuition, listen to your intuition, what is it telling you? But sometimes it's like, I don't know. I don't know what my intuition's telling me. I don't know what's right. I don't know where I'm supposed to go next, or you literally can't think of the next move that you're supposed to make, or you're just, I don't know, sometimes we just get so just beaten down by life, for lack of better words, and we just feel lost at times, and we try so hard to kind of, I don't know. I feel like when you find spirituality or enlightenment or something, you're supposed to just know the answer to everything. You're always supposed to just listen to your heart, do what your heart's telling you, follow that, it will always lead you in the right direction. But sometimes there is no right direction. Sometimes it just feels like you're just, I don't know, you don't even know where to start, and everything's just confusing. And it feels like, if you're like me, or if you grew up in a household like I did, it's, if you're not doing something, if you're not putting effort into something, then you're doing nothing, you're not progressing, then you're just lazy, and, you know, you're not accomplishing anything in life. And you can get really down on yourself when you're not putting your all into something and being everything that you should be. Yeah, it makes you feel like kind of worthless, to be honest, and just not having a sense of direction. And then you get hard on yourself and you say, you know, like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I not why can't I just go do this? Why can't I just start this? Like, why am I putting it off? Why am I doing this like this? And yeah, I think at this point what I've come to realize is that sometimes these moments where we feel like we aren't doing anything, we aren't progressing, we can't figure out what we're supposed to do, and we just feel so lost and alone, I feel like maybe there is a reason for them, and that it isn't that you're just being lazy or that you don't know what to do. I feel like it's kind of like in nature, you know, when there's ebbs and flows and everything, like with the ocean, like the wave comes and then the wave pulls back, right? There's calm waters and there's rough waters. Like, I feel like as humans, we're so inclined to always be doing something that we don't really even know how to just sit with ourselves sometimes. Because when you sit with yourself, you really start to feel everything and you really start to think about everything, and that can be overwhelming. But I kind of feel like maybe these moments are meant to show us something about ourselves. Show us the things that we have been maybe putting off or hiding or trying to get away from even by doing more. Because when you really have to sit with your emotions and just feel them, that's like the scariest thing I feel, is when you really just look at everything and take it all in. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even really know where I'm going with this video, to be completely honest. I just felt like maybe I feel this way because someone else feels this way, because usually if you feel some way, there's someone out there that also feels the same way. And I felt like instead of posting content that's telling everyone, you know, how to do this or manifest this, I'm like, I'm just gonna say how I'm feeling, and maybe it will help someone else out there. Because yeah, I don't want anyone to ever feel like by taking a break or by just not knowing what step to take next, like, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're never going to be okay again, that this is always going to be what you experience. I really think that things are a lesson, and we learn things through doing, but also not doing, because nothing is still a thing. And I also think that everything, again, happens for a reason. So if you're being kind of told to take a time out, or if you're just sitting out right now, there might be a reason for that. It might be the universe, you know, trying to show you something about yourself, or trying to show you that maybe there's something that needs to change, or a belief you have that might need to change. But again, it's not about forcing it. You're not supposed to. I don't feel like you're meant to force yourself to do something or to feel guilty because you were doing something wrong. It's more about just I don't know, looking at yourself in a kind way. The message that I had kind of come through was something about, no matter what you're doing in this physical world that we live in, no matter what you're experiencing right now, what you're going through, whether you feel like you're doing so much, or if you feel useless, like you're doing nothing, like, you know, you're not contributing any value to this world right now for some reason, just know that whatever you were doing, it doesn't matter. You are still worthy of love. You are still worthy of, you know, being here. Like, there's a reason that you're here, regardless of what you do in this outside world. Like, the way that I hear it is that what you do on the outside is not nearly as important as how you feel about yourself on the inside. Like you're so much more than your accomplishments and the money you make and your identity in this world. Like, you're so much more than that. It's like we associate our worth with the things that we accomplish, And if we don't have those things, then we consider ourselves to be worthless, right? Like, that's how we see ourselves. But in actuality, I feel like, yeah, we're always worth it. Like, we always have worth, no matter what. Like, there is, like, with the love that we have to give, like, with who we are at our core, and the fact that, you know, we are part of this greater consciousness. Like, there's something more to you than just this physical world that we've come to put all of our faith in. Like, this is just what makes us great, is if we have these things, and if we don't have them, then we're awful, then we're failing. And I just feel like that's just such a wrong way to look at things. It should be the other way around, that we look inwards first. And, you know, do you have love? Do you have people that you love? Do you people that love you? And I don't know, it's like looking inside first is more important than all this other external stuff. Also, when it comes to taking action, you know, feeling like, I don't know if this is an inspired action like they say you should take, or if I'm following the right path, or if this is the right choice, or if I'm just wasting my time again, like that kind of thing. I think it's important to note that any action is better than no action. Even the littlest things, like, you know, getting out of the house and going to the store or something, or having a nice bath, you know, something that makes you feel good. Like, every action leads to something else. So when we're so concerned about the next step and where to go and what to do next, like if it's right, I think the main thing is just to realize that as long as you take an action, take a step forward, eventually you'll get there where you're supposed to go, because we are always on the right path. We really are always on the right path, from the way that I've been hearing it. It's just about what you believe about it, what your perception. Am I on the right path? Am I not on the right path? As long as you believe that what you're doing will lead you somewhere at some point, as long as you believe that I'm taking this step, maybe it doesn't make sense to me right now, but somehow maybe it will get the ball rolling at least. Like, as long as you know that, it's about your perception of things. So in these moments where you feel like I'm doing nothing, I'm wasting time, this isn't getting me anywhere, I think it's about rather looking at it like, no, I'm actually resting, I'm going inwards, I'm understanding myself more, maybe I'm learning something about myself, maybe it doesn't make sense now, but in the future, something about this time that I took away will have taught me something, or I'll have some sort of new insight that I gain from it. Like, it doesn't have to make sense in the moment either. It's just realizing that everything is part of your path, and that you are never off path unless you assume yourself to be off path. If you know that everything's part of your journey, and that, you know, life isn't meant to be perfect, as in, like, a great movie is never going to always be perfect and everything goes right in the movie, because that wouldn't make a good movie, right? Like, in life, we have to have periods of time where things feel like they're falling apart, or things feel just kind of stagnant, like we don't even know what we're doing. Like, I don't know, sometimes in the movie the character looks like they don't want to get off the couch, you know, they just want to sleep all day, they feel depressed, like they don't know what they're going to do with their life, and then something happens. Eventually they take a small action, like they go walk down the sidewalk and they end up running into some person who gives them a new perspective, and then everything changes, you know, like you never know what will come of these moments. And again, it's like we have to have them, the down moments, to also appreciate the more exciting moments in our lives. And again, I just want to keep reiterating the fact that even if you aren't doing something right now, even if you feel like you're being lazy, or if you're not accomplishing something at this moment, like, you are not off path, or you're not messed up, or there's not something wrong with you. Like, you really are just, you know, maybe even taking a pause before the next step. Maybe there's a reason the universe has you pause before this next step. You don't even know, because you can't see this grander picture that's going on behind you. Like, there's a huge universe that's working as like a giant clock. I feel like it's like all the little moving parts inside of a fancy clock or something. I don't know why I always look at it like this. And we don't always have this upper perspective of knowing why certain things go the way they go, but the universe does. And it's like, you know, I feel like everything is planned, or everything happens like for a reason. And once again, it might not make sense now, but once you have that higher perspective in the future, you might look back on this and be like, wow, okay, I get why the universe didn't have me working then, or I get why they had me take a pause, or, you know, something like that. I think for me, as someone who got into spirituality and deep into it, I feel like with all the knowledge that I have, I should always know better, I should always be doing better, because I know the right steps to take, you know? Sometimes you even know the right steps and you just don't do them, and it's like, why? Why am I not doing what I preach, or why am I not acting what I say? Like, but we have to realize that also we are human at the same time, even if we do believe, or, you know, if you're in the belief that we are part of this greater consciousness, that there is a bigger part of ourselves, and that we might have some grand path to follow, but we are also human at the same time, and we make mistakes, and we're meant to mess up, and we have emotions, and we're gonna feel different ways, different days, and sometimes you get in certain states, but you have to realize that it is just a state of emotion, and it's not gonna last. It'll be, you might feel a certain way for a period of time, but it's never going to fully stay with you, you know, like you're in a period of anger or sadness or something, but it's always, it's an up and down flow, like you're never going to be stuck. So if you feel like you're stuck right now, just know that you're not going to be stuck forever. There's going to be a way out of this, and if you believe there's a way out, there is a way out. It's always how you look at things, you know? So I guess, I don't know why I'm making this video. I don't know if this is helpful to anyone, but my biggest thing is just be easy on yourself. Don't judge yourself so harshly. Honestly, like, think of yourself right now like a little kid. Think of your little kid self. Like, what would you be telling them right now? Like, if they wanted to, you know, just take a break, or just they didn't know what they were supposed to do, would you yell at them and force them to do things? And when they're sad and upset and telling you that they feel all these different emotions, would you just scream at them and tell them to get to work? Like, you wouldn't, right? You would understand, you would listen to them, and you would try and figure out how you could help them, right? And sometimes, again, like, helping yourself is really just, like, I was so focused on what action do I take next. Like, with this video, I was like, okay, I have to put out, like, a good video. Like, why am I not? I just couldn't decide on what type of video to put out. I was like, or do I just do a tarot reading again, or what? Like, I really couldn't decide on what to put out, and it was driving me nuts. And honestly, sometimes they say, like, just decide. Like, just do it. Whatever you gotta do. So I just turned the camera on and I just started talking to it. And do I know if any of this is going to be helpful? No, but I am just gonna post it because I'm so tired of always trying to just, like, worry so much about all the little details and everything has to be this way. Like, because if I did that forever, I would never post anything. And if we do that with our actions too in our life, we would never take any action if we're always so focused on what the right action is, right? They always say, like, some action is better than no action. As long as you take an action, it will eventually lead you to another action. Just like they said, the snowball effect. Like, if you start the ball rolling, as much as it's like the littlest thing, like you get out of bed, I don't know, you step out of bed, maybe you go and you, I don't even know, you go pick up food at the store or something, or you just like, decide to call a friend, or I don't know, you do something, like the littlest thing, the smallest thing, and that action, it tends to give us a tiny bit of hope or different perspective, whatever it is, it always ends up leading to something else. So as much as sometimes you feel stuck, sometimes all you need to do is just take an action. Any action. Doesn't have to be the perfect one, because the thing is, again, we are always on the right path. If we believe we're on the right path, it is just perspective. If we believe that this action is going to help us in some way, it will help us in some way. If we believe that this rest period that we're having, this time out that we're having in our lives where we don't know where to go, is for a reason, that we're meant to learn something from it, or that maybe there's a reason, there's a pause because maybe the universe is, working on bringing something new into your life. Like maybe there's a reason that you're paused right now. If we always believe that, like I always like to say, when the universe is quiet, that means it's working on something big for you. Think of it that way. Like when things aren't kind of going your way or something, there's always a bigger reason behind it, and it's only about your perspective or the way that you're looking at it. So if we change our perspective, everything can shift. We're always in this state of yin and yang energy, divine feminine, divine masculine. Like a lot of us are so in our yang energy, masculine, like doing things, but sometimes we have to remember we have to be in the yin energy to receive. So sometimes we need to pause to be able to receive even messages from the universe, downloads, to receive even help sometimes from others when we're doing things all ourselves. Sometimes it's to receive, even financial abundance. Sometimes we work so hard to earn money and we're constantly going, and then we're not making the amount that we want, and then all of a sudden you decide to take, a weekend off or something, and then as soon as you do that, it's like all of a sudden you have all these sales come in or something. It's like, it's funny how that works. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I do notice that in my own life, and it's because you're allowing yourself to be in this receiving energy where you're not so focused on this end outcome that you want so badly. You're just allowing yourself to, be open to whatever comes in. So, anyways, I hope this video is helpful to someone. I think it will be, because I felt at the beginning of this video, why am I starting this? I felt that feeling again, but towards the end of this video, I felt like maybe it was a good thing that I recorded this regardless of what the outcome is, because it was my action. I took an action, and I honestly feel a lot better about it now, so maybe this will get the ball rolling is what I'll say. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna end this video now, but I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I hope someone found this video helpful, and yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys in a future video, and thank you so much for being here on this very interesting spiritual journey with me, and I wish you all the best. Great. Bye, guys.